Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of Almighty Allah be upon us all. Thank you, viewers, for meeting us again for another splendid MTA mathematics lesson. We're still on numbers and numerals. For today's purposes, we are going to learn square and square root of numbers. And again also, students should be able to brainstorm if a number is given, whether it is squared or the square root of the number is given, and also to evaluate numbers when they are given to them. So we're still on numbers and numerals. So squared numbers and their square roots. Evaluating Okay, so for today's purposes, we should be able to know from numbers 1 to 20. That is the square root, then the squared numbers. Okay, 20. Those who learn their timetable very well, this is when it's going to help you. Okay, we said square root of a number gives us 1. This means that when this number is multiplied twice, you get this answer. Or you multiply the number by itself, you get this answer. So this means that this is 1 times 1, and it's still 1. 2, 2, 4. Then 3, 3. 9, 4, 4, 16, 5, 5, 25, 6, 6, 36, 7, 7, 49, 8, 8, 64, 9, 9, 81, 10, 10, 100, 11, 11, 121, 12, 12, 144. For the 13 to 20 purposes, this is how to do it. After doing it, students can be able to brainstorm them into their brain. Like 15, if I'm being asked of 15, the square number, it is 225. This is how to do it. So let's take the 13. I'm going to teach you how to do the first 3, then you will do this within 2 minutes. Then we'll come and put in the answers. So the 13 is like this, 13 by 13, class 4 method. 3, 3, 9, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1. Then you add them. 9, 6, 1. So this is what? 13 gives us 1, 6, 9. 14 will give us what? That one to the same. 14 by 14. 4, 4, 16. Carry 1. 4, 1, 4 plus 1, 5. 1, 4, 4. 1, 1, 1. 6, 9. So the 14 also gives us 1, 9, 6. Then the 15 I've already said it is what? 2, 2, 5. So that is it. So just some few minutes, 2 minutes, do 16 to 20. 2 minutes, do 16 to 20. Everybody take your pens and pencils, try it so that you know how it is. So when you go to examination and something like this has been given and you don't remember, you just have to do it this way. Multiply them using your class 4 or class 5 method. You get the answer, then you put it there. where you can brainstorm to get an answer and it's in the objectives. You just take it and you leave. But when you can't remember, you use this one. You have some 1 minute more. Yes, stop work. So now let's go through. 16 by 16. 6 is 36, 3. 616 plus 3, 9. 166, 111. 6, 5, 2. So 2, 5, 6. 18. 8, 8, 64, 6. 8, 1, 8 plus 6, 14. 1, 8, 8, 1, 1, 1. 4. 2, 3, 3, 2, 4. That is 18. 3, 2, 4. 19. 81, 8. 17, 199, 111. 1, 6, 3. So 3, 6, 1. Now with numbers with 0, don't worry yourself multiplying. This is what you do. Forget the 0. Then multiply the number. So it becomes 20 by 20. So 20 times 20. Let's forget the 2 zeros. Let's multiply the number. 2, 2 is what? 4. How many zeros do we have? 1, 2. So you add the 2 zeros. Then we get what? 400. I guess I'm okay. Let's see how it works. 0, 0 is 0. Then 2 times 0 is 0. 2, 2, 4. Let's add. Isn't the same thing? 400. Yes. So anytime you have zeros multiplying, forget the zeros, multiply the numbers. After that, top up with the zeros. Now, this is. So now, if you're able to know how to get the squared numbers, and when we say, what is the square number for 100, you know the square root of 100 is what? 10. That of 12 is what? 144. That is the brainstorming aspect. Students should be able to keep all this into their brain, so that when it gets into the exams, or when it is mental purposes, if your teacher gives you, what is the square root of 225? It is 15. 15 squared is what? 225. So that is how it is. Now let's go to the evaluating purposes. Now we've been able to learn this one. Sometimes a question will be given in the square root sign. We all know that the square root sign is this. So let's say if mathematics, if x is equal to what? N squared. And you are looking for x, what will we do? If you want to get rid of the x, we need to take the square root of what? Both sides. So square root of what? X is equal to the square root of what? N squared. Then the squared cancel the square root. Then we get the square root of x is equal to what? N. For this purposes also, students should know that square root of 9 multiplied by square root of 9 will produce the same 9. So therefore, square root of 2 times square root of 2 is what? 2. That is this. Example, square root of 9 times square root of 9. The answer is 9. So square root of 2 times square root of 2, the answer is what? 2. So square root of a number times the square root of the number itself produces the number itself. Okay. So now let's take an example of what we are about to do. So let's say, example. It said, evaluate the following. One, square root of 25 over 49. 2, square root of 1 whole number, 7 over 9. And 3, square root of 1 whole number, 9 over 16. Okay. So let's say a question like this has been given in the exams. How do we solve it? Using this method. Now, students should understand that in mathematics, answers are not marked. We mark steps to the answers. So if you can't do this work, but you wait for your friend to do it, then you state the answer, will give you 0. So just listen to how the steps are given so that you understand very well, so that you produce the answer. Because if somebody look at this, clearly the person knows that the square root of 25 is 5 and that of 49 is what? 7. So finally the answer will be what? 5 over 7. If you write 5 over 7 straight, I will give you wrong. But we need the steps to the answer. So this is how it should be. Solution. This is how it should be. So it's equal to, now this square root is covering these two. So it should be square root of individual numbers. That's 25. All on square root of what? 49. So you share the square root into 2. One covering the first, the numerator, and one covering the what? The denominator. Now, students normally forget the on. Sometimes when they write this, they think this square root is the on. Either the teacher marks you wrong or the teacher will subtract something. So don't forget the on. So from there, then you go to square root of 25 is what? Then 5 on the square root of 49 is what? 7. Now, the marker looking at this, then getting this will mark you correct. Any student who skips this step will be marked wrong or wouldn't get his full answer. That is question 1. Let's go to question number 2 in another way. That is square root of, this means that it's a mixed fraction. So we need to change the mixed fraction to what? Improper. That is 9 times 1 plus 7. So 9 times 1 plus 7. All on 9. That is the first step the examiner needs. So 9 1 is 9 plus 7. So that once again, square root of 9 times 1 is 9 plus 7. That is 16 on what? 9. Then you now share it into 2. So square root of 16 all on square root of what? 9. So square root of 16 on the board is what? You know it's 4. All on square root of 9 is what? 3. So you see the steps. Somebody will say, oh, sir, this is too easy. Why? The math teacher, he already knows this. Why should we write this? No. In an examination, you are teaching the examiner. You are teaching the teacher. Don't say the teacher knows. You need to write all so that you get all the full marks. Okay. Let's try question 3. 30 seconds. Let's try question 3. 30 seconds. Question 3. Okay, now let's stop work. Let's see. So it's equal to a bigger square root sign, then 16 times 1 plus 9, all on 16. So 16 times 1, 16 plus 9, 25. So a bigger square root sign, 25 on 16. Now we share it into 2. That is square root of what? 25. All on square root of 16. Then square root of 25 is what? 5. And that of 16 is what? 4. I guess you were able to get it correct. Let's take some examples or work and see how that one also works. Okay. So now let's look at these questions. Another way of putting such evaluate the following can be put into this way. Find the square root of the following. Okay, so I'm going to solve 2 for you. So I'm going to select question number 1 and question number 4. Then students will try their hands on question 2 and 3. Okay, so solution. Question 1. Okay. Now there's a question which has been given. So what we do is that on this basis, use your mathematics to solve 1 whole number 32 or 49. Then the final answer, you should take the square root. So what do? This is a mixed fraction. So we need to change it to what? Improper. So it's equal to, that is 49 times 1 plus 32. So 49 times 1 plus 32, all on 49. So 49 times 1 is 49 plus 32 is what? So 40 plus 30 is 70. 9 plus 2 is 11. 70 plus 11 is 81. So 81 on what? 49. So from there, then you can bring the square root sign. So a bigger square root, 81 over 49. Then you later share them into 2. That is square root of 81, all on square root of what? 49. So this is when the brainstorm comes in. What is the square root of 81? It's 9. Square root of 49 is 7. And that is the final answer. So question 2 is for you. I'm going to question 4. Question 3 is also for you. Question 4. For these purposes, that is what we did here when we were starting. So with this, what we do is that students should take about 2 numbers, they should multiply it together and see whether they are going to get this. Then finally, they should get the final number. So it should be like 3 solutions or 2. 1 is leading you to the 2,500 and the other one gives you the answer. But from here, students who are very fast can just look at the 25 here and say, this 25, square root of 25 is what? We will know the answer. Then we'll add the one, these 2 zeros, we'll take 1 and add it, and we'll get the answer. But let's see. So let's see this. Since we have 2,500, a student can say, okay, let me see. 40 times 40. 20 times 20 gave me 400. 40 times 40, that one too, I put the zeros down. 4, 4, 16. Then I top up with my 2 zeros, 1,006. This is 2,500, not close. Okay, let me take 48. $64, carry 6. 4, 8, 32 plus 6, 38. 4, 8, 32 again, 2, carry 3. 4, 4, 16 plus 3, 19. Let's add 4, 0, 13, 2. So this is what? 2,304. And this is 2,500. So somebody will still say, let me go on to 49. 1, 81, carry 8. 4, 9, 36. 36 plus 8, 44. 4, 9, 36 again. 6, carry 3. 4, 4, 16 plus 3, 19. So 1, 0, 4, 2. 2,401. Okay, definitely let me go to 50. 0, 25. So you can see that this 50 times 50 is producing this, what? The 2,500. So what you do is that you just have to come down here and write, therefore, square root of 2,500 is equal to 50 times 50. I guess I'm okay. So this will tell the examiner that you did it yourself. So you see, you were doing a rough sketch there. You took 48, it didn't produce. You went to 49. Now you took 50, and it produced the answer for you. So this is a section B question. This is not section A. So if it was section A, you can do what I said. Somebody will say, oh, section A, I'm moving very fast. So I look at 25. Square root of 25 is what? It's 5. So I just take 1 0 and add it to the 5. Then I top up with the 5. Then I get what? 50. Then I look for it. If it is C, I shade and go. But when it is section B purposes like this, you need to do this. Do 1 or 2 rough work. We didn't lead you to the answer. And the last one should give you the answer like what I've done here. That's how it should be. So we have, I think for this question 3, can take 2 to 3 minutes. This one to take 1 minute. So we have 4 minutes to finish question 2 and 3. 4 minutes. Okay, so as we are solving, let's recap a little. We have the square numbers and their square roots, and that's what we did here. The square root was here, the square numbers was here. When it is given to you as in mental, 81 was the square root of 81, 9. What about 15, 225? What about 17? Then you need to say it by multiplying to get the answer. Now, it can be put into the evaluating numbers when given in their squared form, like what we've done here, square root. The square root sign is this. X is equal to n squared. Therefore, when you look for n, you take the square root of what? Both sides. Then the square root of x is equal to what? N. Then the square of 9 times 9 gives 9. Square of 2 times 2 gives 2. So the square root of a number times the square root of the number itself produces the number. Then a question like this has been given. And we've solved it step by step. Then as I was saying, in maths, we don't mark answers. We mark steps to the answer. So like this question, when somebody just writes 4/3, the person gets wrong. So the person needs to pass through 1, 2, 3 before he gets to the final answer. So this question was also given, find the square root of the following. Then I solved question 1 and 4 for you. Then I said question 1 goes like this, solve as changing the mixed fraction to improper. Then the final answer should be in the square roots, and because they said find the square roots of the following. The individual takes the square roots, you get this answer. And for the square root of a number, you need to take 2 or 3 numbers, do a rough calculations. Then the third one should lead you to the answer. But when it is section A purposes, that one, you can use a rough sketch like what I said, 25. For the square root of 25 is 5. And what is the square root of 0 is still 0. So I just take 1 0, add it to the 5, I get 50. But the solving should be there to prove to the examiner that you did it yourself. You needn't ask. So let's go. Question number 3. Question number 3. No, question number 2 first. So 2. So we have, it's equal to 36 times 1 plus 13 all on 36. The next step is to get 36 plus 1 times 1 is 36 plus 13 is 49 on 36. Then a bigger square root, 49 on 36. Then you share it into 2, square root of 49. Don't forget the on, the square root of what? 36. Square root of 49, 7. Square root of 36, 4. Okay, I guess you were able to get correct. Now let's go to the question 3. Okay. So I guess before we started, I gave you that of 15, the square of 15 to be 225. So looking at 225, it's a little closer to 361. So a good student goes to 16. So 16 by 16, 36, 3, 616 plus 3, 9, 166, 111. I add, I get 6, 15, 256. Okay, closer. So let's move to 17. So 17 times 17.
7 7 49 4. 7 1 7 plus 4 11. 1 7 7 1 1 1. So I get 9 8 2 8 9. Okay, so let's go to 20. 20 was 400. It's more than the 361, so come back 1. So let's take 19. So 19. So 9 9 81 1 8 9 1 9 plus 8 17 1 9 9 1 1 1 plus. So 6 3. Okay, so the answer is 19. So just write therefore square root of 361 is equal to 19 times 19. So which is 19?
All too soon, our time is fast spent. Thank you, viewers, for being with us for this episode of Mathematics. Thank you very much for this episode. Let's meet the next episode to continue the lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.